Yeah, I know. I've had three people that I'm friends with reached out to me about watching.
Yeah.
So I sent them to your Instagram. So I figured you'd be better than that at it than I was. I
Yeah.
have this like little tripod thing, but it's just like was not cooperating with me. It was like super. Yeah, I tried
I
really hard.
I have this.
Um, but
Just a wire I
oh,
got from a store here that called Dollar City, and everything is like five. I don't know, half maybe a $1. But
oh, cool.
I got it. I don't know. I got lucky that day because I needed something to hook the phone. So I got lucky that
Nice.
day.
I
Okay,
was just
I'm
checking
almost
out your I was
almost
just
there.
checking out your band a few minutes ago. It's
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
Kenobi,
yeah.
right?
Kenobi, yeah.
Is it the one? Yeah.
The thing is that
Awesome.
we're very geek about Star Wars. So
Okay.
we just put the name, and that there is one song called La Fuerza that is all phrases from Master Yoda. I got all
Okay.
the
That's
phrases and
actually
I
the song that I was.
wrote that song.
That was the song I was listening to.
Yeah.
Nice. I honestly don't know anything about Star Wars. I was never really got into it, but a lot of my friends love it. They love all that stuff.
Yeah. Over here are very geek about it. Okay, I'm ready. I think I'm ready. Oh shit, the background. So you can make coffee. You won't make coffee today.
What was that?
You won't be making coffee today.
No, unfortunately not. I
Oh.
don't have any. I don't have any equipment at my house.
Yeah.
In the shop, with the shop being open right now,
Oh,
I couldn't really do anything there because I'd be in their way.
I know. Sorry, I was putting a little volume. Solo puedo poner así. Can you hear the music? It's too loud?
Yeah, it's a little bit loud.
Okay, I will turn the volume on. I think it's important to hear the music. Like I have my Spotify account
Yeah.
connected to my TV, and I'm putting the music from my TV.
Oh,
I
okay.
have everything connected today, man. I think there is one little bit that crashes, and everything crashes, and I will go to hell. Okay, I'm ready.
They should make. I wish they would make it so that, like with Google Hangout, you could just connect Spotify directly to it or
Yeah,
something.
that would be awesome. There was a there was a time that you can connect Hangout to YouTube. You can broadcast a Hangout call. But I
Oh,
was
okay.
I was relying on that for today. But I was when just when I was going to connect, there was a message from YouTube that there is no that option is no longer available. So
Weird.
I went, I have a meltdown like maybe 10, 20 minutes, but I got I got to work it out.
Nice.
So
How am I?
we're ready to go.
How am I showing up on your screen? You're kind of blurry and cutting in and out a little bit.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
great. You're great.
Okay.
You're great. So I will. I cannot believe I got to do it. So crazy. You have some great bands here that play
Awesome.
I think I will click
Are
this.
you
Click this playlist.
are you
Playlist
gonna
instead.
just put it on shuffle?
Yeah, yeah, it's in shuffle. It's in
Okay.
shuffle like
I wish I
maybe
could see it.
Eco Strike. What? That band I didn't
Yeah,
know. I
so
didn't know
good.
that band.
I wish I could. I wish there was a way for me to see like what you were playing, because sometimes it's like kind of hard to
Oh,
completely.
you
I can hear
can.
the music in the background.
Yeah, I guess I don't know, man. I have to tell you, or maybe you can connect with your phone to my live. You can see it.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, it's so unprofessional this, but it's working. I was thinking maybe we can make another couple of chats. It would be
Yeah,
awesome.
man.
There is so much to talk. I have this coffee.
Your your thing kind of keeps freezing a little bit on me.
What?
Your the picture
Yeah.
keeps freezing.
Oh, I don't know, maybe. But here is okay. Everything's okay from here.
Okay.
Oh, my dog just farted.
From here.
Yeah. Okay, I'm live now. So we can give it a couple minutes to people to connect. Maybe
Okay, I'm
you can
live.
lower the volume of your cell phone, please.
You can give it a couple minutes to people to connect. Oh. Maybe you can lower the volume.
Oh, I will just.
Hold on one second. My screen is frozen. You haven't
Yeah.
moved in like minutes.
Oh man, I love
Let
that
me check.
band. Oh, okay, another thing then. I'm gonna try to translate for my viewers because I most people that are connected to me speak only Spanish. So I will try to
Okay.
translate if there is no problem.
Cool.
And again, okay, I will say hi here. Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Hoy es un poquito diferente. Va a estar un poquito más pequeña la pantalla, pero vamos a darle un momento a todo mientras arranca, mientras se conectan todos y empezamos. Eh, oh shit. Yeah, great. So, Dan,
Yeah.
you work today? No, you aren't working
What was
today.
that?
You're not working today. You didn't work today.
No. Today was my day off.
Oh, great. Tuesday. You have just one day off in the weekend? In the week? You just have one day off?
Sorry, you cut off. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. You have just one day off in the week?
Um, no. Right now, I actually have Tuesday through Thursdays off. With the way everything with this pandemic is going,
Oh,
and we just reopened, so we're just doing.
yeah.
Our sales are a lot lower right now because of it, so less
Mm.
staffing.
But you're selling. There are people going. There's people going.
Yeah,
Oh, great.
absolutely. People are happy to see us back. We're seeing a lot of familiar faces, a lot of friends coming
Great.
out, a lot of locals coming by and saying hello. So yeah, it's been a great first few days back.
That's great. There is. I think. I don't know. Maybe this was going to happen not first days or first couple of weeks since you opened. Because people are just starting to come out to go out to drink coffee. Don't you think?
Sorry, you kept You kept breaking out.
Oh shit. You, I can hear you just well. You're great. I don't know. There may be my internet. No, I was just saying that you, this this thing, this situation was going to happen. That the first couple of weeks, no, since the quarantine, you were expecting that there's very few people going to the shop at first.
Yeah, yeah. People are still figuring out that we're open. We're trying to be active on Instagram, let people know. And then for the rest of the community that isn't really active on social media, they'll figure it out eventually by word of mouth or just walking around and
Yeah.
walking by, seeing that we're open. So yeah, it will take. We imagined it was going to take a couple of weeks for people to catch back on that we're up and
Yeah.
running again. But so far, people have welcomed us with open arms, and we're extremely grateful for that.
Yeah, I was. That's great. That it will get better, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Ok, háblame, negrito. ¿Qué dice? Ya está. I speak the worst English, man. I learned by watching movies in English. I had an
Nice.
uncle that keeps sending me movies in VHS, but it was the movies were the movies. Uh, there was not the caption, so they
Yeah.
are just in English. And I didn't understand shit of the movie, but I love to watch every day the same movies in English, and that's how I learn English. I know that
That's awesome.
this is this is not the best method to learn to speak, but I don't know, it worked for me. I watched
I mean, I
the.
think your English is fine, man.
Okay, man, thank you. If you understand me,
Yeah.
that's great. So, saludos a todos. Les presento a mi nuevo amigo Dan de una tienda que se llama Oracle Coffee Company, right? Eh, I don't know. Say hi to everyone, Dan. Nice to meet you first. You're a great guy. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for agreeing to this learning learning experience. And I don't know. Hi. So hey, say hi to everyone and present yourself, please.
Yeah. Hey, y'all. I'm Dan. Currently reside in Portland, Oregon. I'm a co-owner of Oracle Coffee Company. Super stoked to be doing this. Mario reached out to me a couple weeks ago. We've been chatting ever since.
Yeah.
Talking about hardcore punk, veganism, straight edge coffee,
Yeah.
all the fun stuff. It's been great. It's my first time doing anything like this, so I was a little nervous, but it's not that bad. It's just like having a conversation, but with other people watching.
Yeah. Okay. There are a lot of people saying hi to you. Maybe you will see later, but there are a lot of people say hi Dan, hi Dan. Háblame Dan. We here in Cali have a way to say hi. You say like talk to me, but háblame. That's very very simple way to say hi. Dan dice que los saluda a todos, que es muy chévere verlos, puedes conocer, que es una experiencia chévere. Nos conocemos hace poco, pero hemos estado hablando bastante de hardcore, de straight edge, de todas cosas chéveres. Y nada, que es chévere pues conocer a gente de otros lugares. Otra cosa, si tienen preguntas, por favor háganmelas en la caja que está al lado de la cajita donde se escriben los mensajes. Al lado están las preguntas. Por favor déjenmelas ahí. Y ahorita separamos un momentico y hacemos las preguntas. So, well, first of all, you were going to talk to me about the coffee you're drinking or you're using in the shop. You have it there?
Yeah, I do. So
Let's talk about coffee first. I have coffee too.
cool.
Okay.
So this is my current favorite.
Yeah.
It's a Guatemala Geisha coffee from Terrain Coffee Project.
Yeah.
Our friend Marty is the roaster for them, and we've had a relationship with him for, gosh, I think almost 2.5 years now or
Oh,
so, where
yeah,
we've
great.
been
A lot of time.
using him exclusively as our local roaster, and we couldn't be happier. But right now, this is what's just like straight fire.
Yeah.
It's just insane. Just has this really nice like jasmine candied fruit going on. It's a fully washed process,
Fully washed.
which personally I prefer that for geishas over like natural process. It just
Yes.
the natural process. I love them. Don't get me wrong, but
Okay.
a lot of them taste super similar to me.
Yeah,
They're just
it's very strong
so
that.
fruity.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fruity, which is great and everything. But with the fully washed process, I feel like you just get more out of the coffee. There's more imagination in it. Just still get some fruitiness, but it's more subtle. So yeah, man. So that's what I'm
Okay.
super stoked on right now. We also do some guest roasting that we rotate. We were working with June Coffee out of Santa Barbara. Right before we closed, we were with Sump out of St. Louis.
Oh
Um,
shit, I love
Makina,
that. Yeah.
Makina Coffee Roasters in Pennsylvania is incredible. We were using them before that. Pretty much every 3 months, we try to bring in another roaster.
Oh great. You don't
So
have
that the
one
community
roaster.
could, yeah, so the community could try something new that they may have never heard of before.
Great. Okay, I will try to translate all that you said.
Cool.
Ok, Dan nos está contando del café que usan en la tienda. Es de una tienda que se llama Terrain what? Dan, Terrain what?
Well, Terrain Coffee Project.
Terrain Coffee Project ellos tienen tostadores, pues una tienda que tuesta y les tuesta a ellos. Ellos tratan de usar diferentes tostadores. Allá le ponen mucho cuidado al término de la tostión, no tanto como acá. Nosotros solo trabajamos con tostiones medias, pero él nos está mostrando un geisha y nos cuenta que es un geisha lavado y es como uno de los perfiles favoritos de él. Porque a él le gusta el proceso natural, pero dice que es muy marcado, o sea, es muy común sobre todo los cafés, entonces es difícil como diferenciar los cafés con un proceso natural. Y ellos en la tienda tratan de cambiar, de rotar tostadores cada tiempo. Es muy chévere. Yo voy a hablarles de este café. Es un café, uno de los cafés que voy a empezar con los que voy a empezar a trabajar. Con los de BC Coffee Company. Este es un Borbón que me trajo Argemiro ahora. Y este no tiene etiqueta, pero es un castillo con un proceso de fermentación láctica que está increíble. This is a Castillo. You know Castillo variety?
Yep.
Yeah. This is one friend of mine that in the coffee shop I used to work is sending me coffees, so I will start working with them. This is a Castillo that has a lactic fermentation process. Have you heard them?
Sorry, you cut out.
Okay. This is a Castillo that has a lactic fermentation process.
Okay, yeah, I actually haven't tried any yet, but yes.
It's very peculiar, man. It's very strange because it smells like milk. It smells so much like milk, but it doesn't have milk. It is the lactose. It doesn't have lactose, but lactobacillus we have it here. It's the bacteria that turns milk into yogurt, or that turns milk into cheese, to say like that.
Yeah.
therefore, some people here are taking this lactobacillus and adding them to the fermentation process. So it gives them a very milky, like milky taste or profile to the coffee, but it doesn't taste like milk. But I just smell it and it smells a lot like milk.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I think I will go with this coffee. So we
Cool.
start with
How,
this.
what brewing method you going with?
I don't know. I have the melita. Les voy a contar a todos también. Tengo la melita. I have this, the melita. This is one of my favorites because my girlfriend gave it to me. So it has a little love in it. I have this method. I have over here the Aeropress. This one is I making a lot of coffee with this because I didn't have it long, so I'm just learning to brew in this method.
Okay.
And I have my mocha pot, and I have my French press, but I use it to cream milk for my cappuccino. Nothing else. I don't like the coffee with that method. I don't like it. So, what method do you like me to prepare then?
Let's do the Melita.
Okay, great. Voy a usar la melita por decisión de Dan. Ya le había mostrado a ustedes los métodos, entonces vamos a preparar la melita. So, tell me how did you get into coffee? Le voy a preguntar a Dan cómo entró primero el café para que me vaya hablando mientras yo voy preparando el café. Sorry, go ahead.
No worries. Yeah, man. So it's kind of random. I was living in Southern California for a bit.
Yeah.
Moved there from Connecticut. I was there for 3 years. Moved back to Connecticut. While I was there, I got really into weightlifting, and I was actually looking into pursuing personal training, but decided not to. Mainly because of not really believing in myself and all that, emo stuff. And so I had some restaurant experience, and I applied to a job to be a server at this new restaurant that was opening in Southern Connecticut. But when I went to the interview, they were like, sorry, we don't have that position open, but like we can hire you as a barista.
What?
And honestly, I don't at that point I didn't drink coffee. I honestly didn't even know what the word barista was.
Yeah.
I just said yes because I needed a job.
What?
So I went in for my first day, and I met this dude, Kyle Tush, who was managing the cafe part of the restaurant. And dude is a freaking coffee superstar. Could talk to you for 48 hours straight without taking a break about coffee, just endless knowledge. And that was my introduction to coffee. That was the first time I drank was drinking coffee, had any experience with coffee, and honestly never thought I'd be in the industry. It just kind of happened.
That's great.
His excitement and enthusiasm and knowledge was just super infectious. So it was really hard not to become interested and not to not want to learn more.
Yeah, that happened.
He man, I can't remember exactly how long we worked together, but he actually ended up leaving to go work for Counterculture Coffee as a roaster, and now he's just like traveling the world, like visiting farms and stuff. Part of that process as well, because we actually worked with Counterculture at the cafe.
Yeah.
One of the things that they offered was trainings, and they had a training facility in New York City. So we got to go to as many training classes as we wanted, and that they were offering, which was amazing. And became friends with my buddy Meister, who is like the sickest trainer ever.
Yeah, you got lucky.
They're now working for Cafe Imports, which is awesome. And yeah, man, so that's pretty much how I got into coffee. But I ended up taking a management position for the restaurant to kind of like move up career wise. And I didn't have much involvement in coffee anymore.
Yeah.
And after a while, it just kind of got to me. I just wasn't the right move. So not too far down the street was a specialty coffee shop called Neat. So I left the restaurant to go work for them, just so that I could be focused solely on coffee again. And that's where I met Kyle Bellinger, who also is an owner and operator of Osito Coffee, which is like a green.
So many places, man.
He gets greens and sells them. Yeah, and he also is co-owner of a farm in, I believe it's Huela, Colombia, called Finca El Mirador.
Yeah, this coffee is from Huila. This is a bourbon from Huila. I told you like many years ago.
Yeah.
Great.
So yeah, man. So that's pretty much how I got into things. Just kind of randomly happened, and it's been doing it ever since, and it's been amazing. Met a lot of awesome people throughout this journey, and now I'm fortunate enough to co-own a coffee shop here in Portland.
Great. How long have you owned the Oracle Coffee Company?
Man, it's been like, so they actually, I came on as an owner after they already opened.
Okay.
I was working there for a bit shortly after they opened. I started working for them, and there were a couple changes throughout the early stages.
Yeah.
And then I came on as a co-owner a little bit later on. Yeah.
You killed the previous owner and got over it.
Yeah.
Okay, I will translate it. Dan nos cuenta que llegó al mundo del café de casualidad. Él quería era dedicarse a hacer ejercicio y empezó a trabajar en una tienda. Le salió trabajo en un restaurante y le ofrecieron trabajo como barista, pero él no sabía nada de barismo, no sabía qué era el café, no sabía ni siquiera qué significaba barista. Y empezó el trabajo porque necesitaba el dinero. Y así empezó con la persona que trabajaba ahí, fue la que le enseñó, que es, según esto, pues es como una superestrella del café, sabe mucho y ahora está trabajando en otro café, viajando por el mundo. Y así fue que él se enamoró del café. Luego empezó a trabajar en otro café. Bueno, luego se dio cuenta que empezó cambió de ser barista a un trabajo más administrativo y se aburrió y se cambió de trabajo a otro café porque le empezó a gustar el café. Es como la historia. Y luego empezó a trabajar en la tienda en la que él está ahora, que es uno de los dueños. Entonces empezó a trabajar ahí, luego se volvió el dueño, se volvió uno de los copropietarios. This is a really random way to get into coffee. It looks like coffee got to you instead of you into coffee, no?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's great, man, it's great. Wait. My coffee grinder makes a lot of noise, so I have to wait because what? Oh man, that coffee smells so good. It smells really great. We here in Colombia mostly drink a medium roast. We don't have a taste for high roast or dark roast. So every coffee, specialty coffee here, is mostly medium roast.
Okay. Yeah, here it's more on the light side for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, this is mostly medium roast. but it smells so great. It smells a little bit fruity, but it has this lactic like profile in it. I don't know. I've never drank lactic fermentations. I never met him. It will be my first time, so it's great. We have a first question, and is the only question I was sure that we're gonna get it, that we are getting. I think you know what this question is because it's very important for like baristas and straight edge people. No, I have it from a very good friend from Mexico. She says, tengo una de las preguntas que más estaba esperando en cuanto a straight edge y coffee. Nos pregunta, hay unos straight edge que están peleados con la idea de beber café. Nosotros, siendo straight edge, ¿qué postura tenemos con el café? There are some straight edge people that are not okay with the idea of drinking coffee because of the straight edge and caffeine. So what
Yeah.
are we thinking about being a barista and a straight edge? So what do you think?
I mean, personally, I only know one person and have come by one person in my life that abstains from caffeine and any other like things like chocolate and stuff.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't know. I mean, I think Ian Mackay said it best. Like, fuck you. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I remember an interview where somebody was just like, caffeine's not. My friend said caffeine's not straight edge, and his response was, tell your friend, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to come off as a dickhead or anything like that. I just think that's the greatest response ever. But you know, it is what it is. People are gonna have their opinions. People are gonna think what they think, and that's okay. It doesn't bother me. I personally don't think it's that controversial. Like I said, I never really came across anybody who judged me for drinking it or thinks it's not straight edge or whatever. And if they do, then
I have a lot of people telling me that. But it's great, man. So we have you just met a second person, right? Now you know two people that are okay with it, that drink coffee and are straight edge.
Yeah, I mean, all my friends who are straight edge, with the exception of one, drink coffee. So, you know, I don't really care what other people think.
No, man.
They can think whatever the hell they want.
You watched that a movie that is called Straight Edge. The movie is from a while ago. Haven't you watched it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Man. It's great. It's like a lot of interviews with Ray Capo and Ian McKay and the people from You Talk Today and a lot of people. And there is an interview there that there is a question that someone asked, like Ian McKay, and he's talking about a little guy that comes to him and he's like drinking an iced tea, and the little kid is a kid that says he says like my friend says that drinking tea is not straight edge. And Ian McKay says, tell your friend that fuck you. I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I don't know. We Colombians are very used to caffeine because we drink coffee from since we're little kids. And I grow up with drinking coffee just before bedtime. So I personally don't think that caffeine does anything to my body. So and sure, man, I think it's no big deal. It's just a drink, and it's not really affecting you. So to say that damaging your body, I don't think I don't think that's like a big deal.
Yeah, I agree.
Dan dice que la cafeína no es en sí algo dañino para el cuerpo, que hay mucha gente que se lo toma ya muy en serio y dice que sí, que tomar cafeína es no ser straight edge y te está haciendo daño y dice que se jodan. Es que me pareció muy bacana esa respuesta, que se jodan. Like fuck em is we hear que se jodan. And I think it's great. Uh, there's another question here that someone asked me, how did you get into straight edge?
So I've actually, I mean, I've pretty much been straight edge my entire life.
Okay.
Um, Before I even knew what the term was. I grew up, I had skateboarding, whatnot, a lot of friends who either smoked cigarettes, smoked weed, drank,
Yeah.
whatever. But for whatever reason, I never wanted to try it. It just never appealed to me. And then in middle school, I was lucky enough to start going to shows at a very early age. I think I was
No,
like 11 or
you're
something like
very
that
lucky.
because I lived like a mile away from a skate park in Bristol, Connecticut that had shows every single weekend. Most of the shows were put on by local kids or Jamie Josta from Hatebreed.
What?
So it was around that time where I started hearing the term straight edge thrown around and seeing people with X's and stuff. And it just,
Yeah.
really resonated with me and seemed like the subculture that I was going to, that I wanted to be a part of. So,
Great.
yeah, so that's pretty much, like most people who've heard of the term, it's been through punk and straight edge. But like I said, I just was lucky enough to come across it at a very young age.
That is great. And you will be straight edge. You will be until then.
What was that?
Will you stop any way in the future to being straight edge, or will you will be straight edge until then?
Oh, I will fucking die before I break edge.
That's
Put
the
a gun to
attitude,
my
man.
head, and I'll tell you to pull the trigger.
Yeah, that is great. That's the best answer I've ever had. Okay, okay, Dan. Dan, bueno, Dan me acaba de dar como una de las mejores respuestas que he escuchado, que sería lo mismo que yo diría. Me dice que él ha sido straight edge desde que es niño, desde que estaba muy pequeño. Ha visto gente que ha fumado, que ha fumado marihuana, que ha tomado, que ha fumado cigarrillos, pero nunca le llamó la atención porque creció más como alrededor de la cultura del straight edge. Entonces, eh, le pareció más interesante esa. Y pues afortunadamente él creció en un lugar a casi kilómetro y medio de distancia de un skate park donde tocaban muchas bandas locales, entre ellas la de Jamie Jasta, una banda que se llama Hatebreed, que es una de mis favoritas en todo el mundo. Entonces Dan estuvo como todos los fines de semana viendo tocar esa banda, o sea, es demasiado buena en la vida, junto a otras bandas igual de brutales me imagino. Y nada, él creció siendo así y no vio otra forma de vida y está muy contento con ella. Yo le pregunto que hasta qué día va a ser straight edge, que hasta cuándo va a ser straight edge, y me dice que se va a morir, que se lo va a llevar a la tumba de una forma muy efusiva, como yo lo diría. Entonces es muy brutal. Okay, so I will start making my melita. You told me you like the pour over method, right?
I do, yeah. I prefer pour over method to pretty much anything.
I love pour over methods too, man. I love this method because it's so simple, so tiny, so easy to handle. You can make a lot of things with this, but I don't know. I would prefer the D60 because it has a bigger hole, bigger aperture below. So this tends to keep the water a lot of time. I don't know if you understand me, but this is a great method. Ok, lo voy a preguntar. Miremos a ver si hay más preguntas. Hay otra pregunta, pero la voy a hacer más adelante. I would like to know how is hardcore scene in your area in Oregon?
So in Portland specifically, before all this pandemic shit was happening, it was doing really well. When I first moved here, I wasn't really sure what it was going to be like because growing up in New England,
Yeah.
in the tri-state area, like you have Connecticut, New York City, you're close to Boston and Rhode Island, and Philadelphia. I mean, every band came through, and it was just you know there were multiple shows every week. So when I first got here, it wasn't, I wouldn't say it was thriving, but Emma from this band Dying Wish that's local to Portland, she's been busting her ass setting up shows, and she has this bright side social like booking company right here in Portland.
Yeah.
So she gets most of the punk and hardcore shows that come through Portland, like she's definitely responsible for. And just in the like 2.5-ish to almost 3 years that I've been here in Portland, she's grown the scene significantly.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And it ranges from like medium-sized venues to like VFW halls and stuff like that. So it's great.
Great. No. We just finished a gig, and in the other day, like we thought we played in a Sunday, and the Monday was the day that all of this started. So we just got just in time to play one last show. But
Yeah.
I don't know, and nobody was expecting this, so nobody was prepared. But it's
Yeah, I have a feeling.
you're very lucky.
Sorry. Yeah, I have a feeling we're not gonna see any live shows for some time now, unfortunately.
No, I don't know. I think that in 1 year, maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
Do you like to go to shows? You like to march? You like to sing along?
Oh yeah. Let's see. I've been going to shows for like 26 years now. It's crazy to say that. I'm an old man. I don't, sometimes there's a band that comes through that like really does it for me, so I might get a little active.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I was fucking wild. Just couldn't stop me. Every song, every band. Now you're lucky, if you see me doing anything for like 15 seconds and I have to go stand in the back to catch my breath.
You're going to
but there, like I said, there's bands that come through from time to time that just really get me excited.
Yeah.
Eco Strike and Magnitude are definitely two of those bands. They came through last year, and like I had Eco Strike and Magnitude.
Oh yeah, I just heard Eco Strike in the playlist. Man, what a band! It sounds really good.
They're
really good band.
Yeah, they're freaking amazing. Vegan straight edge band from Florida. Definitely carrying torch right now, and it's just I kind of honestly thought that living in Portland, I may never see them, because some bands just don't come through because we're in a really kind of a weird spot. There's not a lot of other opportunity for shows near us other than like Seattle, which is a couple hours away, Vancouver, Canada, which is like 6 hours from us.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you drive to the Bay Area, but that's like a 10-hour drive. So it's hard to get, bands have to come through and be willing to kind of do some long distance driving to play shows here.
Yeah.
But like I said, Emma busts her ass and she gets these bands out here so that we could see them, and I'm super thankful for all the hard work she puts in.
Right. Oh shit, I forgot to translate. Sorry, man. Qué pena, me olvidé traducir. Es que está hablando de cosas muy brutales. Le pregunté cómo está la escena ahora de hardcore en Oregon. Y él me dice que Portland, Oregon es un lugar que no está muy bien ubicado. O sea, no es como un lugar donde pasen muchas cosas. Entonces no van siempre muchas bandas. Pero me ha contado por ahí unas 4 bandas que uno diría, oh, qué brutal que uno las pueda ver. Y hay una que le estaba esperando mucho que se llama Eco Strike. De hecho, ahorita sonó. Eh, y me dice que no, que él estaba lleva 26 años yendo a conciertos, o sea, mucho tiempo, y siempre llega y se siente lo mismo, y de pronto ahora no está muy involucrado bailando o cantando, pero siempre está ahí presente, y es muy chévere. ¿Qué más me contó? Que de pronto no sale mucho, pero siempre está como en la ciudad, y en la ciudad siempre uno que otro día hay toques, y hay bandas, y pues estamos de acuerdo en que por ahora las cosas se van a calmar, no van a haber muchos shows hasta quién sabe cuánto tiempo, pero bueno, ahí vamos. Voy a preguntarle otra cosa que es sobre el veganismo y el café, pero primero voy a hablarle del café. So, I don't know if you are very geeky about it with brewing methods, but I'm not. I play by ear the brewing mostly, but I use like 10 grams of coffee to make I don't know, maybe 150 or 200 grams of water with this method.
I'm sorry. How many grams of coffee did you say?
10 grams.
10 grams of coffee
Yeah.
and 400 grams of
No,
water?
200 grams of coffee tops.
200. Okay.
It's a little medium because I don't know this coffee, so I try to use a medium, a very basic recipe. I don't know if you think it's right, but this
No,
is
we typically use 23 grams of coffee and 370 grams of water.
to one cup, or to make 2 cups.
For one cup, it comes out to be about like once you pour it, it's about 10 to 11 ounces.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
very good.
and
for people in the shop.
Every so often we switch it up. You know, it depends on the coffee. You know, we dial it in, but that seems to be
always depends on the coffee.
what yields the most consistent along all the coffees that we brew. And sometimes the only thing that we actually change is the grind size. We'll still use the 23 gram, 370 out, and just change the grind to be a little bit coarser or finer.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
depending on the method or the coffee.
We pretty much only do V60 pour overs, and that's our that's the recipe that we really enjoy. But like I said, from time to time it changes.
And it's very versatile. It's very easy to handle a V60 in a shop, right? I think there was the most simple method, and the cup, we can get a very tasty coffee, a very good cup, and it's really cute. I think it's very cute, the method, so it's a number one option, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, people love it. There's a lot of shops that kind of stopped doing them. A lot of it, the reason being is just like how the time consuming it could be if you're a busy shop to walk away and spend like 4 to 5 minutes making a pour over. But I don't know, we think it's worth it. You know, it gives us the opportunity to also offer a range of coffee. We still have a daily drip coffee that we batch brew. So people who are in a hurry, they can still get a great cup of coffee.
Great, yeah. That's a great choice.
But we typically we offer 4 pour overs at a time usually. two from Terrain Coffee Project and two from whoever our guest roaster is, so that we could keep things fresh. We try to keep,
Yeah.
have at least 2 to 3 different countries represented. Different varietals. We like to throw on a natural, some wash, honey process. Just, obviously it's kind of based on what's in season and what the
Yeah.
roasters have to offer, but we try to keep, a really nice variety for a lot of different, and some people are picky, so we get
Yeah.
something that's a little more like chocolatey and nutty for the people who enjoy like something closer to like a medium roast. But a lot of our stuff is super light, really fruity and floral,
I love
which
that coffee.
personally that's what I enjoy.
I love that coffee. Bueno, como siempre, like always, I forgot to translate. Eh, Se me olvidó atrás. Bueno, estábamos hablando de un poquito el ratio, el rango que utilizamos para la receta. Yo utilicé aquí 10 gramos y utilicé 250 de agua. Puedo utilizar 150. ¿Qué está haciendo el último vertido? Este café está delicioso. Este cafecito tiene, como les decía, esa fermentación láctica que lo que usan es usar lactobacilos, pero no es lácteo, no es leche, sino que es la bacteria que le agregan a la leche cuando van a hacer yogur, cuando van a hacer queso. Aquí lo que hacen es agregarle los lactobacilos a la fermentación. Esto lo que hace es jugar con esa fermentación y desarrollar sabores diferentes. En aroma, este café huele, se siente un olor a leche, se siente un olor lácteo, pero no es ese olor a leche desagradable como cuando la leche le riega a uno que huele tan maluco. Pero sí es, se siente como a leche en polvo, muy marcado. Este posiblemente lo vamos a vender, entonces pueden obtenerlo conmigo. Y ahora en taza acabo de oler, increíble, huele como a caramelo, como a banana de mora, está brutal este café. Entonces le decía, yo utilizo 10 de agua por 10 de café por 250 de agua. Dan en Oracle Coffee usan 36 gramos de café por 370 de agua más o menos para una taza, que es lo que ofrecen en la tienda. Ellos tienen por lo general dos varietales diferentes con procesos diferentes. Entonces tienen un café lavado que es normalito, con el sabor chocolatoso, con sabor a nuez, y tienen otro que es natural, que tiene un saborcito más afrutado, como más afermentado. Siempre tienen esas dos variables porque siempre hay personas que van a escoger diferente. Estamos de acuerdo en que uno no sabe, si uno no conoce un café, es usar una receta sencilla y, y ya depende de eso, se modifica la receta. En esa tienda se utiliza mucho B60, pero él me cuenta que muchas tiendas en Estados Unidos no utilizan tanto B60 porque es un método que se demora mucho en preparar, que toma mucho tiempo, pero a ellos les parece que es un buen método, entonces vale la pena el tiempo. Entonces ya me voy a tomar mi cafecito. Man, this coffee smells just like candy, like strawberry candy. It's incredible, this coffee, man. This guy, my friend from BC Coffee Company, is called this coffee. He liked to play a lot with fermentations, but play a lot. This guy likes to keep microorganisms and study very well them and read a lot of them. So he puts like the things that the people who brew beer, he buy that microorganism, and is brewing coffee, is processing coffee the same way that the beer brewers play with the beers. I don't know, it's like a very geek guy according to fermentation, but this coffee is very great. I've tasted a lot of interesting coffees from them. And one thing from Colombia is that we tend to consume a lot of varietals, like geishas, like bourbons, and we are forgetting the basics like the castillo, the caturro, and this guy is selling these varietals, like the basic varietals, but with process to keep up the value, to make them more interesting. So I think it's a very great choice, a very great job that he's making because he's helping the Colombian varietals to people for people to consume them more. I don't know if you understand me.
Yeah, no, totally. I'd love to try it. Honestly,
Or
sounds
I would
amazing.
love you to try. It's very nice. So I don't
Yeah.
know, man. Cheers.
Cheers.
I would love you to brew as well. So we brew together, but I don't know. Él estaba contando que Argemiro lo que hace es tratar los varietales colombianos, dejar de usar variedades exóticas para subirle el valor a las variedades sencillas de Colombia, para que no sean tan caras y que son cafés muy interesantes para que nosotros podamos probar, entre otras cosas, pues. Bueno, I think we're a little close to the end, so
Okay.
I don't know. Would you like to tell me what is the relation in veganism and coffee? Maybe in your shop that you have a plant-based shop. So
Yeah.
is there a vegan people consuming more coffee, or is there a really big difference from a plant-based coffee to a normal coffee shop?
I don't personally. I don't see a difference. The only difference is that we're not serving animal products.
Yeah.
Um, you don't need you don't need an animal product to enjoy a great cup of coffee. We don't market ourselves as like the
Ah,
vegan
great.
coffee shop. Obviously, people are aware. And Portland has a huge vegan community,
Ah, great.
so we get a lot of love from them. But we are also kind of a local coffee shop, as where our location is. And honestly, like the community has been really responsive. Like they're totally down with it. They're happy.
That's great.
And like any business, occasionally you're going to get somebody who walks in who gets grumpy about it, and might leave. But most people are willing to give it a try. And we give them the Oatly as their option if they're typically a whole milk drinker or something like that, or want half and half. We make them a drink with Oatly and they're sold. Like there's been so many stories of people coming back being like, that's all I ask for now. If I go to another coffee
Yeah.
shop,
Great.
that's what I want. I don't even want milk anymore. So
Yeah.
it's just a matter of really like educating the customers about the product and why we do it and how it pairs with the coffee. And with that little bit of education and conversation really goes a long way,
Yeah.
and people really appreciate it, because they want to support us. They want a great product, and that's what we're giving them. They
Yeah.
just don't know about it. They just don't know. So once they have that little bit of knowledge, their minds become way more open to trying something new and different.
That's great. Bueno, voy a traducir lo que dijo Dan. Nos cuenta, pues le estaba preguntando que como la tienda de ellos es vegana, es plant-based, ¿cuál es la diferencia entre la tienda plant-based y una tienda normal? Y él me cuenta que en realidad no es mucha la diferencia. Ellos ni siquiera ponen en la información de la tienda que son veganos, que son plant-based, sino que es una tienda normal, solo que venden productos basados en plantas y no dicen que no ofrecen productos veganos, que es lo que me parece muy bueno porque mucha gente se tiende a ofender con eso, tiende a decir, no, esto es vegano, ¿qué es? Que es lo que él me dice también, mucha gente es como gruñona y dice, esto qué es, guacala, me voy, pero mucha gente ha sido como con una buena actitud y se van contentos, incluso dicen que van y prueban las cosas allá y que solo, eso es todo lo que prueban. Una de las cosas muy buenas de la tienda es que venden una leche de avena que se llama Oatly, que es como una marca que está golpeando muy duro a la industria de la leche en Estados Unidos, porque es una leche de avena muy bien hecha, que se trabaja muy bien en cuanto a, si uno es barista, se trabaja muy bien con la lanceta, se deja preparar capuchino muy fácil y tiene un sabor muy rico. Entonces mucha gente que va y prueba esa Oatly, luego les dice que solo es la única leche que toman. Entonces, no, que dicen que la forma de ellos hacer activismo es darle a mostrar a la gente, darle a probar a la gente y mucha gente prueba y le gusta y ha cambiado formas de pensar así. I think that's great, man. Bueno, well, my girlfriend just says that future is vegan. It's great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have
That's one
the
thing I really hope that people take the time to truly educate themselves on the subject. If you're not familiar with what it is, or if you are, there's plenty of great documentaries you could watch.
yeah.
It's a simple Google search.
Netflix,
You
they
know,
get it a lot.
yeah, absolutely. So, go vegan,
Go vegan.
absolutely stay vegan,
Yeah.
don't sell out. It's not, the thing is, it's not about us as humans. It's about the innocent life of animals and the millions of animals whose lives are taken every year, both land and sea, just out of absolute selfishness.
Yeah.
Because we need a pair of sneakers or a fucking belt, or
Yeah.
because we
We want
want
to
to
look
eat.
good.
It's straight up murder and rape, and it's not okay. And we as humans need to stop turning a blind eye to that.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's a frustrating subject sometimes to talk
Yes,
about,
I
because
understand.
it's like there's also lots of people who are educated and do know what's going on behind closed doors, yet they still choose to ignore that for their own selfishness. And it's
You're talking with the like
infuriating.
is the I don't know, the song that is running right now is the best song to for you to explain that. From the from Earth Crisis.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a great band.
I mean, they're one of they're actually, it's funny, they're one of the bands that really had a huge influence on me becoming
Yeah.
vegan.
Oh, great. That's great.
I became vegan around the age 16, so it's been about 20 to 21 years or something like that now. And again,
A
it's
lot
like
of time.
I I wasn't educated. I didn't know, like just like everyone else. I love animals, yada
Yeah.
yada yada. But then I was going home, and my parents were giving me burgers and steak and shit, and going to fast food restaurants, and I just was so disconnected from it.
Yeah.
And being exposed to bands like Earth Crisis and back then One King Down, which they weren't a vegan band, but Rob the singer was vegan at the time. And reading those lyrics, and back then too, a lot of bands traveled with info pamphlets and flyers and
Yeah.
stuff, and like why vegan. And so getting those flyers at such a young and influential age, and being able to connect with it, and then go use the computer to do some more research. It's like, how can I see that and know what's happening,
Yeah.
and then continue to support that industry?
That's great.
It's just so immediately it just clicked, and I just never, I never looked back.
That's awesome. That's like the only education we have. Don't you think? That is the only education we had, the music.
Sorry, you're breaking out. Couldn't hear you.
That is the only education we've had. It's music. It's the lyrics from the music. Ok, bueno, ah, solo me quedan, ya quedan 2 minutos, entonces it's 2 minutes left, so we're wrapping up for now. Uh, Dan, thank you very much, man. There is a lot of things that we wanted to talk, but maybe we can make another one later if you like.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. I'd love
yeah,
to.
I think it was very great, man. It was very great. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. You're a really nice guy. I think you are. Uh, I don't know. I didn't thought you would be such a nice guy, really. When I wrote you, but I think it was a very great experience, and I would really like if we keep talking and we can make another one of this in the future. Maybe we can share some coffee knowledge and tips and things.
Yeah, man, I'd love to. Definitely stay in touch, talk all things coffee, hardcore,
Yeah,
straight
yeah,
edge,
man.
you know,
Yes.
all the fun topics, all the important topics.
We have a lot of things in common to talk, so I think we'll be chatting a lot in the future. So Dan, thank you very much. Muchas gracias, Dan. Nos dice que hablamos de muchas cosas, que falta mucho por hablar. Y I don't know if you like to say anything to the people.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to just say thank you for reaching out to me and, being so interested in having this chat. It was great. I had a great time. And thanks for everyone who came on to give it a listen and a watch. Really appreciate it.
Oh, great, man. Thank you. This thing broke down, so I think I just lost the live. Shit. Just when I was going to finish, I think this broke. But luckily we have the YouTube recording, so we can share the YouTube. So it's all
Nice.
good. I don't know, and
Cool.
thank you very much again. So and we will be chatting in the future. I will stop this soon.